Okay, hello. Here's the digital version of the full body workout worksheet. Today's date is Friday, August 7th, 2020. And changed the order a little bit in the sheet. Also straightened out the boxes a little bit. Looks a little cuter, happier, more precise. And that's part of what this is about. Just relaxing, happy workout. Matter of fact, today I'm feeling a little bit tired from the past previous 6 days or 5 days. Yeah, today's Friday, so it's been 4 days. It's only been 4 days. Wow, that's a reality check. So, feeling it a little bit. So what I am going to do is basically just bare minimums, which pretty much have been doing anyway. But this is going to be bare minimums. And a lot of resting, a lot of relaxing, a lot of me talking and just enjoying this workout because I'm going to turn this into a positive experience instead of dreading it. And there was part of me that was not looking forward to this. That's why I'm kind of doing this a little bit late. Matter of fact, time right now should be somewhere around 6 minutes till 11 or something. Anyway, all right, so the first cycle is chin-ups, then incline bench. Only gonna do like 7 incline benches and 1 chin-up just to get it done. It was 1, but at least it was basically proper. There we go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Part of the theme for today is I'm gonna, if I can remember every time, try to remember, or not remember, try to put my mind, put my perspective deep inside my muscles, feeling those muscles work, really trying to pay as much attention as I can to my muscles every single round. Feel what they feel. Really listen to them. Listen to the muscles. Without any fear behind it, just relaxed. Hey, you know you can do this. You have no excuses. Maybe there's benefit in there. In a very relaxing workout. Maybe there's not. Who knows? Not I, said the Yorm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice and smooth, slow, even, good contractions. No chance of injury today, not pushing it. Just barely uncomfortable. Very relaxing, enjoyable. All sorts of good words. This is probably the one that I would like someone to join along with me on this one. If you're up for the challenge, it's not much of a challenge. It's nice and easy. Just take it easy on yourself. Just go through the motions. The motions might get you somewhere. Listen to the muscles. like how my whole body kind of tenses a little bit right before doing that chin up. I wonder if my back can be seen to flex on the video. And almost that little, almost seems like a little preparatory maneuver, a little telegraphing of what is about to happen. This is actually kind of fun, kind of relaxing, kind of breathing and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's all it's needed. That should be this cycle. This cycle should be done. Thank you. And if there's anybody actually watching this, if I ever take it off private, which I probably won't, but if there ever was, probably take it off private once I'm actually in a lot better shape, and then like maybe post those videos and then post this video and like, look where I was 18,000 years ago. Also write down, I'm gonna write down, each chin up was 1. Incline bench was 7%. The next cycle that we go upon is legs, specifically upper legs, pretty much. Squats, leg extensions, leg contractions, all sorts of fun stuff going on right in there. Too much fun. So I'm gonna do basically like the last time. Last time, yesterday, if I remember correctly, felt pretty good. Not too taxing. It was something like 3 squats, then 7 extensions and 7 contractions. Changed some of the order around from yesterday. Right about now, yesterday I was starting to do the chest machine, but I've included the chest machine and I've made the switches on the workbook or the worksheet that I'm happy that I did today. And it wasn't as hard as I thought making the changes. Cut and paste, basically opened a new file, copied the old pages on the new file with some blank pages and copied and pasted to the blank stuff, made some adjustments on the blank stuff, brought it back into the original document. Fun for all ages. All right, so can't really see much, but that's all right. Do an audio commentary here. There's pretty much just 3 squats. So here's squat number 1. Kind of relaxing down there. Didn't want to get up. There's 1, 2, 3. Getting ready to sit down on the leg extension machine. There we go. And extending. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I only wanted 7. Gotta go on a contraction machine. Maybe go for 7 there too. ate some pizza tonight before I came here. Figured it out. Actually did the writing. I've been doing the writing better and better. Starting with a little habit and then just like going to the next level on it and the next level on it. Gonna talk about while with that, doing some squats. 1, 2, 3. And the writing's been more exact. Today, even with 4 slices of pizza, maybe 5, I'm not sure. Somehow that protein shake, handful of mixed nuts, that was about it, all I had. Protein shake was a 4-scoop bulletproof vanilla protein shake. So that was like 46 grams of protein. Anyway, all that together, my 1 meal a day, that was maybe 1,700 calories. And I think for me to lose weight, it's probably somewhere in the, I need to be below 1,700 calories. I don't know, 1,800, 1,900, maybe under 2,000. Not exactly sure. The cool thing is, we got the numbers, be able to figure it out. Right now, I'm at approximately 210.8 pounds. I've been as low as 189 or maybe 190. It's probably like 189.8, so we'll just say 190. And I've been as high as 215 in the last 2 years. So I don't know if necessarily weight is a thing, but I know I want to get rid of the gut. And it seems like it goes away pretty much in the 190 range. So, and maybe a nice sculpted stomach would be kind of interesting, and that would probably be in the 175 range. I'm estimating that might get me to like 190 might get me into like the 13% body fat range. I'm not exactly sure, but I have a lot of work to do, and I'm willing to do it as long as it's relaxing like this. But back to my noticing on the typing up my meal. I'm far more apt to do it if I type up before the meal and do the numbers and do the research. Go to some website that's, type in on a search bar, hey, Pizza Hut nutrition, and then look for the veggie pizza, and then, my sister offered me some of her pizza, which was meatball pizza, and I'm like, no, pretty happy staying a vegetarian, which may not be optimum, but it still feels kind of good. And I'm not really doing it for the moral benefit as much as I probably should do it for the moral benefit, but there is something nice about like, hey, nothing got hurt. And yes, I know I could go vegan and like, oh, no interaction with animals whatsoever, but I'll eat eggs, I'll eat cheese. Does it hurt a cow to get milked? I mean, it depends on the situation, but there's a way to milk a cow and not hurt it. Does it hurt a chicken to lay an egg? Possibly. Is it kind of natural, like childbirth or something? Yeah. So yeah, I don't mind the eggs, not because it's natural or anything, because I'm not really hurting something. But when you take a leg off of a chicken, that kind of hurts the chicken. I'm pretty reasonably sure. Probably hurts a lot more than laying an egg. So yeah, as far as the moral compass that I'm happy with, it's great. Another part of my moral compass is not to get preachy, not to tell other people about it. Like, that's why this is a private video, so I can really just speak my mind and not kind of hold my tongue, in fear of being preachy. But that was kind of nice. So that, I guess, was I went over 3 items while I was just sitting here talking to you, talking to me, talking to all sorts of things, talking to hear the words flow together and the sound of my voice, and trying to make it rich and smooth with some high end, a little undercurrent of low end timbre. Nah, I'm not really trying that hard with my voice. I probably should do more vocal exercises, and today I only did 1, but that's okay. So the most important thing in that whole gobbledygook of conversation was embracing the idea behind things like tiny little habits, writing down my food, even if it doesn't mean doing it perfectly, led me to kind of get into the habit of doing it, which lent itself to chipping away, and it's not so difficult once you do it a few times, and then doing it right, and then doing it better. And I don't know, I'm not really a huge fan of that whole like Yoda saying, do or do not, there is no try. I get it, and that philosophy is that's a useful tool for certain things, but a lot of things in my life function a lot better with hey, give it a shot, try, at least try, be willing to fail, be willing to learn, give it a shot. And sometimes trying and failing, next time it's easier, as long as there's a next time. So writing down my food, and it's kind of fun to play with the math too. It's just like, okay, grams of carbohydrate, I start with grams of protein, and then grams of carbohydrate, and then grams of fat, and then I go ahead and multiply, I figure out the calories after all that, the grams. I figure out the macronutrients first. Macronutrients mean protein, carbohydrates, fats. Then I multiply proteins by 4, multiply the grams of carbohydrate by 4, I multiply the grams of fat by 4, or not by 4, but by 9, and add those 3 numbers together, and I get total calories, which is kind of fun. It takes some of the mystery out of some of the stuff that you're reading. So, and also, like I said, it's probably a good idea to get a little bit better with numbers. Anyway, here we go with the set of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not going to do 8, I'm going to do 7, because I didn't write down 7, but in my head I had 7. And that just felt good. So this is the last third of the second set. How about that? Getting down on the machine. Straighten up. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. A little wobbly after that, but that's okay. 3 squats. 1, 2, 3. I know if anybody else sees this, they'll be like, you're doing squats without any weight. That's weak and worthless. Maybe this whole workout is weak and worthless right about now. But I'm okay with that, because I don't think it is, because I'm definitely feeling it, even though I'm not throwing a lot of weight. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, I'd really like to be able to move tomorrow. Also doing this now might help me get a great night's sleep after a really nice shower. Oh, looking forward to that cold shower. And then some breathing exercises. Then 1 set of push-ups without air. The no air push-ups. And then some meditation. And then maybe hit up a video game for a few minutes. Where I stand on video games right now. The only one I've been playing the last 2 or 3 days was Warframe. The last thing I played beyond Warframe was Battlefront 2 and Battlefield 5. And yeah, it's kind of interesting, the online third-person shooter and first-person shooter experience. And I actually had fun with both those. Normally I don't like that whole online thing. But doing it with friends, and that was fun. So where I'm at on the Warframe thing is there's this thing called Nightwave, and right now it's on something called the Glassmaker. And I think I'm like, I don't know, 5,000 points, 6,000 points away from being level 30 in that, and that kind of ends it for the most part, except for like extra credits. It almost sounds like school, extra credits. But yeah, it's doing okay. So yeah, not feeling too bad about a lot of things. Not too many video games, just enough to keep going. Not going to do any video games on my Switch until I go on like vacation. Take my Switch with me, and good thing about Switch is I don't have it set up for anything online, pretty much, other than just like buying video games for it. So life is good in that regard as well. Oh man, fun stuff. Oh. Just getting started with that exercise. Haven't done that exercise very much in the past couple of years. Just got back into it. Now we get to do the next cycle. Not even gonna write down. Well, actually, I am gonna write down. I'm gonna write down a few things and look at the thing. Here we go for the writing down the squats. Putting down some threes. Easy to remember. Then I'm gonna put down the sevens. Even though one of those sets I did 8, but don't remember which set. Just basically did what I'm doing. Next set is in here too, so happy day. I get to do chest machine, flies, and then I get to switch up that cycle to pull downs and reverse flies. So that is just fun in the neighborhood. Now I'm gonna do 7 every single one of those. Just go around and I won't say my favorite number, 7, but it's part of it. I guess, I don't know. It's a fun number. It just seems like a happy number. And after reading that most people just picking a number in their head, 1 through 10, it's like the vast majority, some ridiculous amount of people pick 7. So it's just like, okay. In this one instance, like, there's something nice about that, and I'm glad I kind of fall into the majority on something in life. So here we go. Chest machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, the transition to flies. So much fun. Oh, I left it in reverse fly position, but making that change is pretty easy. So there we go. The change has been made. We go into it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wait. Only needed 7 on that. Go back to chest machine. I was getting in the zone a little bit. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. Skipping some of the words because I'm just not breaking up my breath with with speaking. Back to this. The flies. 1, 2. Trying to relax my whole body except for my chest, which is being worked right now. It's 4, 5, 6, 7. And it's amazing how like little pieces of tension throughout my body, like even just flexing my legs or something, lends itself to giving a little bit of the load off of my chest in some weird way. But since this is very lightweight, I want to put as much load, as much of the weight, as much of the difficulty onto my chest as possible. So third set of chest machine. Here we go, which is basically simulating a bench press, but from a nice seated position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was nice and smooth. Back to the flies. Then we go to the next cycle, which is on this machine yet again. Not too many weird transitions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, really isolating the chest, even with lightweight, makes me really feel it. Thank goodness this is only 7, but I was really trying to isolate there. All right, so the way I go to the next set is I just stand up, turn around, face the machine, where before I was away from it, set up the flies to turn into reverse flies. They're set up properly for that. I'm gonna start out with the pull downs. Nice and wide. Thumbs over the bar. I'm gonna do 7. Really smooth, really easy. And don't go down extra low on this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice on that. Those reverse flies. Gonna go real wide on this. Gonna make sure that the grips on there are pretty tight. Lean back a little bit. Just bring it in front of me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Using the pure muscle, things change. It's weird. Hopefully this is the 3rd set, not the 4th. I don't want to go too far into this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, next one. Let it happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Well, that is that. Time for a change of scenery. That felt good. Really getting deep into that. Although the next one is probably one of my most unfavorite ones. That's okay. We'll get to that. We'll do it. It'll be done. Good stuff. I'll say, even if it's not my favorite, there's still stuff to like about it. Especially if I do it slow and relaxed. So a friend of mine gave me something that burns liquid potpourri, and going out there to in here, smelling that liquid potpourri that's being burned. It's all kind of nice. All right, so I'm gonna write down. Just gonna grab a drink, maybe towel myself off a little bit. Got the towel set up for that, so I'm pretty happy about that. Oh man. So part of the one particular kind of training I've been doing is turning the shower water all the way cold for 30 seconds. Now the way the guy says it is pretty much turn it all the way cold for 30 seconds and then turn it hot as you like for as long as you like, and then turn it cold for 30 seconds again. So I've kind of changed that because I'm not going to keep a timer in the shower with me, so I use counts of breath, and I know one breath is at least 1 second and probably longer. And what I do is I just sit there with the front of my body, get the whole front of my body and some of my back, turning, but basically shower head facing and all that, and make sure my whole arm gets fully wet, and scrub a dub and legs and chest and all that kind of stuff, but especially face and head. Face and head first thing off, front facing. 30 breaths with that front. Then I just turn around and do 30 breaths with the back of the neck. Last time I did something really cool, the last 10 breaths was just me really still and focused, and letting the water really just feeling like the coldness was right on my spine. But yeah, I go back and forth before that and sway and do all these things, bend my knees, make sure the water's hitting, cold water has hopefully hit every part of my body. Okay, so I started doing a timer outside the shower. Now I figure if it takes me 15, 20 seconds, maybe even as much as 30 seconds before I actually get started with my breathing in the cold water, I still have been in the shower for 3 minutes. Yesterday I got out and it was 6 minutes. And I was like, but I did do a lot of really slow breathing. So that was interesting. So that feels good. Even if it's a rinse, I'm not a big believer of putting chemicals on my body every single day. So I love showering every day, but mostly it's a rinse, and it's like multiple showers a day. I mean, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, sometimes just 1. Today will be just 1 after all this stuff. But not putting a shitload of chemicals, washing the chemicals on and off every time. So kind of trying to space that out. I don't know if every other day or if every third day is probably the good thing for soap. I don't really have any allergies with soap or anything. Matter of fact, there's a lot of soaps I really like as far as smells and those things are concerned, but I'm not leaving the house as much anymore these days either. And I don't notice the difference. And if I'm not around anybody else, and the only person around that could notice me is not noticing, then it might be save some money on soap. Not that soap is all that expensive, but especially the stuff I buy, it's pretty cheap, but it smells good and it seems to work. I've had a couple different soaps, so I've had permanent marker on me for different things, and it's kind of a fun thing. It's like, okay, well, let's see how this soap does with permanent marker this time. And some of these soaps are just take care of permanent marker that sweat and rinsing just didn't really put a dent into. So days where I have permanent marker on me are days when I use soap, but I'm also going to use soap at least every third day, possibly every other day. And that's also a good feeling. And sometimes beyond soap, and I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea, spraying mint alcohol, because it gets cool. And then there's that nice scent that comes off of you after you do that. All right, so for that set, which was chest machine and flies, and the next cycle was pull downs and reverse flies, all I did was 7 every single time. And the good news is The set that I was worried about is not next. It's the one after that. It's the beginning of page 2 now. That set is on. So I'm just going to write this down. And I think we're in agreement. Everything was 7s there. So maybe there was one that went into a little bit beyond that, but there was 7s all the way around in those 2 cycles. And I'm feeling great. I'm feeling like I'm getting something done, and hopefully I am getting something worthwhile done. I feel like I'm going to have the energy for tomorrow, not be all sore. Calves, still having a problem with the calves. I mean, I'm able to walk okay right now, but first few hours upon waking up, that was a weird thing. And then I had an opportunity before I ate to take kind of a 10-minute walk around, not a whole block, but part of a block. That was interesting. Kind of real toasty out there. I didn't realize how toasty it was till I got into like a shaded area, and I was just like, wow, there's a lot of heat going on, a lot of humidity. Getting kind of uncomfortable with that. All right, so I'm going to use just basically the 20 pounds on this one, and it is curls, skull crushers, standing skull crushers, by the way, pull-ups instead of chin-ups. Chin-ups are like this, pull-ups are like that, so gripping, like that, and that is that cycle. Obviously, like most things in this, like everything in this is just set for 3 sets. And then after that is a set of the dips. And I'm going to probably do the exact same thing I did yesterday and just do a set of 1. And then maybe I'll do that bonus stomach thing. I saw a video about a guy doing that amongst other exercises. He did this cool thing where he was doing like a plank type thing, but he was using his, not quite his tippy toes, but he was using the tops of his feet to kind of walk backwards and extend out his plank. And then walk back forwards. That was kind of fun and interesting. I wonder how that will feel, because I have not tried that yet. Hopefully I'll remember it next time I do a plank like that. The plank I'm doing for this video, because my heels or my feet have to be pretty much in an elevated spot, just because the way things are situated for easiness, I'm not going to be walking my toes back, because I just walk right into a lamp or a wall, and I don't want to knock the lamp over. So that's that excuse. Although, if it's really an excuse, I can say I can just move the push-up bars where I hold the planks further forward. There's like 2 or 3 feet further forward I could do, and then that would give me the space to move my tippy toes back. So called myself out on my own excuses and justifications. So today I am going to try that tippy toe thing, and we're going to see how that feels. I'm going to do that first set like that. But we're 2 cycles away from that moment right now. Whew. It's pretty tasty. It's super cold. Not super cold. Cold enough. All right. Curls, skull crushers, pull-ups. Set up the camera frame for this. All right. There it is, my droovies. There it is. Let's slip into a little bit of Natsat for a second. Oh yeah, feeling good. Yeah, it's nice when you kind of take it easy. Relax. All right. Curls. 1, 2. Since it's a nice and easy day, just 3. 1, 2, 3. Get down nice and slow. Nice little pop right there. Ooh, it's pretty. Actually, it doesn't feel bad when you do it gently. Not pushing my edges, not trying to go super fast. So let's relax and get this done. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay. The goodness of the chin up. Get down in this nice and slow, and just do 1. Used a little bit of momentum on there. Did bring my knees up a little bit. I think that helped out. Not very good at those chin-ups right yet. Gonna try to get better. Last set. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. It's good stuff. Last repetition of this cycle. Let's put it right here. That feels okay. Go down nice and slow. Get those arms nice and straight. Not perfect. A little bit of momentum, but not terrible either. Oh yeah. Good stuff. Feeling good. All right. Let's go take care of those dips. Let's just go right into that. There we go. Second set. 2 or 1. Yeah, I didn't want to do that, try to tilt my butt up thing. I don't know why, just bring my knees up. I feel that abdominal thing good as it is. All right, so third set. I feel it, but I still feel like there's more in the tank. But consistency over intensity. Let's see where being consistent and leaving, maybe I'm wasting my time. Am I willing to do this experiment and say I might have wasted my time? Absolutely. And plus there'll be adventure sets, and I know I'll push my edges in my adventure sets next week. All right, maybe I'll even get in the habit of videotaping some of the adventure stuff. Not everything, because sometimes it's just like, right now, how many push-ups can you do? Go! You know, that kind of thing. By the way, the last time I did that, I think I hit like 38 or something. I'd love to say 48. I think the best I've ever done was 48. So no, I've never been able to do 50 push-ups in a single set. Gonna write down a little bit. Well, yeah, I don't mind watching myself write down stuff, so it's easy to switch up the camera angle. Plus, it'll let me relax for this. I'm gonna write down the dips first, then the curls, the skull crushers, and the pull-ups afterwards. All right. So curls. Let's see about the curls. Yeah, that was 3 all the way. Yep, just playing with that number 3. No biggie, not a big number, just, and I actually feel it like in my elbows, especially like doing that, focusing on the biceps and the triceps, doing it nice and slow like that. And the pull-ups, 1, 1, 1. All right, we're on the second page of this. We have already done, if you've been doing this along with me, 39 sets of different things. And I know that some people would just call what I just did in there an atrocity with the dips, but hey, this is my journey, and yes, I'm willing to fail. Yes, I'm willing to learn. And just me doing it is investing in the process of, like, I will be much more comfortable if and when I do just decide to, go towards my edges, see how much is in the tank. But this is for consistency, and it seems like anytime I do that, there's the possibility I end up with injury, and then I use that as an excuse not to work out for a couple days, and a couple days turns into a couple weeks. So I'm going to make this a good snowball going uphill instead of a bad snowball of motivation going downhill, because I felt like I had something to prove or whatever. So, but I do have to consistently say, hey, this is just easy. Just take it easy. Just easy. Don't push. Just relax. So don't push. Just relax. It'll be all right. Next, we're doing rocket chair, inverted sit-ups, and planks. And I don't really like these. I'm learning to dislike these. But the fact that I call it rocket chair, because there is this device that you actually sit your back into and you can perch your feet up. And I have one of those devices, but the transition between that and the inverted sit-ups is not as fun going back and forth as it is now, where I go rocket chair and possibly not even touch the ground and go right into inverted sit-ups. So there's enough talking right there. Time for doing. And then after that is one of my favorites. Well, actually, that was heels up, so double base with heels down, which does not sound rhythmic at all. Lift my heels up a little bit, even if I'm trying to keep my feet flat, it does sound a little bit rhythmic. But being able to have both in my toolbox just means I'm a better human being and a better drummer than I was before. And making really tasty 0 calorie or 5 calorie or 10 calorie. I think might be 5 calorie. I'm not sure about this stuff. A lot of the powders I use are supposedly 0 calorie. Anyway, real tasty drinks, powders, and potions. But I don't care for lotions. Rocket chair. Let's set up the proper angle for this. Alright. Rocket chair. Alright. Rocket chair. Breath hold. No, I'm not doing this with the breath hold. It does give me an opportunity to stretch to put on the gravity boots. That's always kind of a fun stretch. I don't know why that feels good to my body, just sitting in that position, but it kind of does. And it does feel like it's stretching something somewhere that needs it. So maybe I spend a few more seconds just like this. And that is certainly fine by me. Whew. All right, so what I'm gonna do is get up like this, hang out like this, get myself kind of steady. Boom, that's the exercise right there. That's rocket chair. The upside down thing has nothing to do with that. What a fun way to talk to somebody. If I ever have like one of those Zoom meetings, I'm gonna do part of it just like this. Hey guys, what's up? What's up, guys? No. Oh. Oh, man. Serves me right for making an ass joke. All right. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We'll count that as 4. Let's do my stretches now. Ugh. Ugh. All right. Now I'm going to do the plank thing. I'm going to do the plank thing. Like I said, I'm going to put my chin-up bars or my push-up bars a little further out and do the tippy toe thing. Near the end there, that felt weird on my back. Had a little quick moment where I bowed in too quickly or something. That felt a little weird. But beyond that, it was kind of fun. I only brought my tippy toe back, tippy toes stepping backwards to the point where I felt like if I stepped further back, I would kind of lose some sort of sense of equilibrium and fall over. So, or strength or something there. Brought it back till it felt maybe slightly uncomfortable, slightly near some sort of tipping point. Come on now. You did 4 inverted sit-ups, man. The tiring thing is the transition, man. Whew. It's almost like I want to turn inverted sit-ups and just do that's what I'm going to do this time. I'm just going to do 2 sets of 2 instead of 1 set of 4. And then that way, this will be out of the way a little bit. No, it sounds like an excuse or justification. I don't know what I'll do. Just don't like this anti-anticipation feeling I'm having right now. Let's just get to it. It almost feels like those wheels where you did the ab roller on your knees. There's a little bit of that kind of flavor to that feeling. Definitely feeling more than with the other version of the ab plank. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do, for this videos, that's gonna be my style of plank. Definitely feel a lot more. And it's about going for a feeling, right? It's not terribly uncomfortable, but it feels like stuff is getting done, you know, right around where I need it to get done. Well, need, interesting word, want. Right in the area where I want to get done. Where I want it to get done. Speaking of done, I am having a happy feeling that this is the last set of these 2 things. And I didn't cheat. I didn't say, hey, I'm just going to do a lot more of 1 set. Because there is something magical about the 3-set thing and getting into those positions 3 times. Hopefully. I'm not certain about that, but hopefully. Trying to avoid blanket statements like, this is the best. Quality is our #1 job. quality, integrity, and da 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 da. Saw a furniture commercial today, and it was like quality, reliability, and value were there three. And I guarantee you, nobody that doesn't get paid by the company says, wow, this is a quality piece of furniture and the value's incredible. No, it's just a piece of furniture, just like any other piece of furniture. You're selling the same stuff. You're not selling anything that was built for NASA, you know. All right. But if you are selling something like that, show me why it's so quality. Like, show me another couch and drop a 5,000 pound weight on it, and then show me your couch and drop a 5,000 pound weight on it, and just be like, our couch is reliable. That $5,000 pound weight fell on the couch and fell asleep and didn't break anything. The other one broke the whole couch. You know, then that. And it's half the price of the competitor. It's half the price of any other couch out there. You know, then there's value. And then there's reliability and quality. Especially since that 5,000 pound weight fell asleep while not hurting the couch. That's amazing. Heard another thing. Now that I'm talking. This commercial for some sort of watermelon juice thing. It's a million sips of sunshine. So if you took a glass of that watermelon juice and broke it into a million parts, would it still be a part that is large enough for our taste buds to even recognize that it's watermelon? Much less watermelon fed by sunshine. So saying a million sips of sunshine, kind of a lie probably. You know, a glass of water probably doesn't have a million drops in it. I mean, it depends on how small you cut the drop, but if you cut the drop too small, you're not even going to taste the watermelon in it. That's my whole point on that. So it's just like advertising, professional liars, saying stuff that just sounds good, but when you really look at it, it doesn't make sense. I heard another ad, I think this was from Microsoft. Nothing beats a team. That was their tagline. At the end of their thing, there was just all this stuff about, you know, people and getting together. And the only thing I really remember is the tagline. Nothing beats a team. Nothing beats a team? Really? Because there's these things called sports, and sometimes in sports, they got more than one team. And you know what usually happens? One team beats the other team. So a team gets beat by another team. So saying nothing beats a team, that's really, really wrong. Half the time, the team's going to be beat by another team. Well, maybe not half the time, 100% of the time. In every single sporting event, there is a team that gets beat by what? Another team. Anyway, advertising. I shouldn't take it so seriously, but I just hear these silly things, and it's just like, I know, higher standard for yourself, lower standard for the rest of humanity, but like, I would never say that out loud and mean it, you know, not without making it as like hopefully a joke that nobody knows that, or everybody knows that I'm not taking it seriously. Nothing beats a team. Okay. Oh, you're not saying it seriously. I got you. Okay, cool. All right, that was a lot of talking. Oop, missed it. But at least I held on with this, because if I didn't hold on with my hands, who knows what would have happened? Well, gravity, that's probably what would have happened. Not too bad, especially this is the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to stretch out my arm to get that. Oh. Okay. Whew. Good stuff. Nothing beats a team. Time to take the leg weights, or the leg weights. Time to take the gravity boots off. Gravity boots are coming off. That'll mean something to somebody. Feels good, doesn't it? Be able to write down a whole bunch of good stuff. Be able to work out. Feel good about the workout. Yeah. Life's pretty tasty at this juncture. Oh. I'm not doing a lot. Why am I feeling so tired? All right, the rocket chair, that was just one every single time. Did go beyond the one on the inverted sit-ups. I think the first one was 4, the second one was 3, the third one was 5. The planks pretty much did 3 breaths back and forth. So we're just gonna call that count it in breaths, but I did the tippy toe. The tippy toe backwards and the tippy toe forwards. Funny thing, on that third set, the tippy toe forwards does have a kind of a shaky spot too. Like you go forward too much and you're in that plank and it starts getting real weird, you know. So that does have its balance spots. So now is all sorts of fun with calf raises. Go over the next couple cycles. Calf raises, heel down double base. That's a cycle. Then we got grips. Then 3 full leg and knee ups. Okay, that's 2 cycles right there. Got a third cycle here. Military press and push-ups. And that's the elbow in style push-ups that sometimes I'm fond of trying lately. So that's a third cycle. Oh, then we go back for another scene change pretty much. Push downs back, push downs triceps. That's what, 4 cycles right there, 4. 5th cycle, oh, bent back, left and right lifts. 3 sets of that. All right, and the 6th and final cycle here is lateral raises and frontal raises. And that is 9 evolutions, 13 cycles, 81 sets. I really like those numbers. Calf raises, okay. I'm gonna only do like 13 of these. Gonna keep it at that. Don't want to wake up in the morning and not be able to walk too much. It sneaks up on you too. You go for a drive, you get out of the car, whoa, oh yeah, my calves are all kind of feeling weird. So, get to take the chair, get to take the tripod. You're coming with me on this. Aren't you happy? Not gonna leave you staring at a wall or a desk. I care about you. Sometimes I'll let you stare at stupid stuff, but it's usually not on purpose. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure every single time I do it, it's been on accident. All right, so we got that right there. That's gonna focus on that. Bring this over here. Not even gonna bend down to pick this thing up. Just gonna sneak it through here, put it right there. Oh, look at that. It goes right into place. Let's see if I can get a pretty good angle on it. Okay, cool. The calf raises will be done properly. And 3 sets of 13. The double bass, because it's gonna be a lot of tapping, I'm just gonna go for like 100 each time. Sounds like a lot, but it really isn't. Ooh, feel the stretch now. Let's see. As long as I go all the way down in the first one, everything kind of gets easier from there. Doesn't feel as bad as yesterday going this far down. A little bit tight, harder to get to. I'm not sure if I'm stretched out completely. There's probably a little further I can go. There it is, a little further. Okay. A little further. Just millimeters, if that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doing that trick with the bounce to get that extra height at the end. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. That didn't feel bad at all, but here's the weird thing. Calf raises never feel bad until a day or two later. It's not this clock. Yeah, it's the clock over there. One of these days I'll take care of that. All right, so I put the heels basically on top of these two things. I'm gonna turn them, so there's that. And then get a little tighter. That was probably 100, maybe a little bit more, but definitely the rhythm wasn't there. And I sometimes feel it a lot better if I just, maybe that's it, putting my hands on my knees makes me, yeah, because I just did 100, so that's probably why I'm feeling tension right there. But I'll try, my next set, I'll do just flat heels, because this is kind of cool, because it's further extension. But I'm just not feeling it as much. Well, no, the hands on the knees, actually. Yeah. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll switch back and forth. Next set will be on the ground. Set after that will be like that. I'll just keep on switching all the time. Back and forth if I can remember. And figure out just through maybe trial and error, one might feel more intense than the other one. Especially if tomorrow the first set I do is heel on the ground instead of being elevated like that. All right, here we go with this. 2, 3, 4, didn't do the bounce. Just kind of went straight through. These. Feeling that right around 30. Yeah, definitely feel it. Yeah, I definitely feel that with my heels down. I might not even need to move this thing and that thing into place. Although I kind of like leaving that there. That's kind of a fun place to leave that. And this chair, stomach cruncher thing is kind of, I don't know. It's kind of falling apart. Just a little bit. But that's okay. Third set. Third set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, didn't really do the bounce. I'm gonna have to get good at remembering to do the bounce. All right, so I felt that around 30, maybe 40 last time, so we'll see what this time. With my heels up like this, with my hands on my knees. Still kind of feeling it. Come on. All right. So, yeah, I think the difference is putting my hands on my knees. That does something. I don't know what, but maybe it's a little bit of weight or something that causes, I don't know. It makes a difference right there because it was just like nothing. Oh, now I'm feeling it, right in the muscles there. But of course, I've already done quite a few of them. So who knows? But for right now, I'm not ruling these things out. I'm definitely feeling something, which is good, because that's what we want. Eventually get to the point where I can work out almost intuitively sometimes. Do those intuitive experiments where I don't even count. That's kind of fun. But right now it's about the numbers. So eventually I can develop an application. So the application will say, hey, you're doing 2% better on this, 13% better on that, 18% better on that. Like you can actually percentage measure your gains, and you get to that threshold. It's just like 0.5% is an accomplishment at this stage, because you put so much into it, But in the beginning of something, sometimes it seems like a 30% gain, especially because I have two things running against me. I'm not used to this routine. So as soon as I get used to this routine, the friction, the mental friction of getting into position to do a new set and making that transition to another spot or whatever it is, like that mental friction goes away. So if you tackle the only friction I'll be dealing with is, the muscle friction of lifting the weight or moving the body or whatever it is. Anyway, that's my working hypothesis right now. To be tested with an experimental group of just one person, an N of one, as some people say, which is not really a true experiment. But it is something to kind of build some ideas about. This reaction versus that reaction at this time versus the other time. close. Are you still recording? Yes, you are. All right, we are going to probably run out of film here, or battery power. That's no good. Not quite done. Speed it up, my friend. But I don't want to. All right, so calf raises. 13 across the board. All right, 100. 100. 100. Grips. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 30. 1, 2, 3. We'll just do 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 12, 12, 3, 4, 5. 30. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 30. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's that set. Next thing, military press push-ups is the next set. We can do that right here. I'm gonna do the same thing. Just gonna play around with the number 3, because 3 is a good number. Keep it nice and simple. Oh, I'm gonna use the push-up bars because don't want to fall over like that one time. Okay, so we got those there, those here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Wow, doing this kind of fast has its own interesting feelings. 2, 3. It's almost like high intensity interval training type feeling. Which maybe is exactly what it is. 1, 2, 3. Last set of these. 1, 2, 3. Gonna put them away. Not stab myself with a safety pin. 1, 2, 3. Put away these. All right, should shut this off. You have my word, I'm doing the last 2 cycles. Yeah, it's just 2 cycles left. Well, technically 3 cycles, but they're pretty simple. All right, sorry about that. I'm gonna, there is a way around this. I could plug it in. Hey, genius thought right there. Plug it in, not move it around so much. See how you feel about adding a little power, a little juice. There you go. There we go. But I am going to have to leave it pretty much here because of that. So you will hear me because you can't even see me in there anyway. So, but I am going to write this down. Relax, take a drink. I'm just going to do threes anyway, all the way through that. All right, so the grips, those were like 30. All the way, 30. All the way across. The four-legged things, that was just 3, or the four-legged, 3 full leg and knee ups. That was 3. Military press, that was just 3. I already wrote down the weight ahead of time. I knew it was going to be a basic easy day. Push-ups were just 3. Push downs back, push downs tries, and bent back lifts. Those I'm going to do right now. The way the cycle goes is push down back, which is like that, standing position, and then the triceps, I just go to the transition, triceps just like that, pushing the same thing down, so it's really cool back and forth. And the lifts is just me putting my knee against my elbow, then grabbing a dumbbell of some weight and bringing it all the way back while bent down forward. Then putting down the dumbbell, switching, doing, how many ever reps. This I'm going to set up for, I'm saying to myself, 3. So everything's just going to be 3s throughout here. I should be back here pretty soon. So please fast forward this. All right. See if this thing's still on. That was fairly quick, hopefully. Yep. Oh, good. Oh, goody. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Even 3 of those. And all this stuff kind of put together is hopefully a snowball. push downs back. That was 3, 3, 3. Triceps 3, 3, 3. Bent back lifts 3, 3, 3. The last thing is lateral raises, frontal raises. Lateral raises, frontal raises. That's probably a good viewpoint of that. Gonna go with these. Give these little guys some love for this exercise. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna do 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. Just to get this done and be ready for tomorrow. 1, 2. But bizarrely, even with this little bit of the amount, still feeling it. It's amazing. 1, 2, 3. Last set. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. Weights have been lifted. Weights have been put down. This thing is done. We're done here. Whew. Good times. Struggling and surviving. All right. I look at these numbers and I feel like such a wuss, but my hypothesis is they will get bigger if I just keep doing it. Keep up with it. It'll get better, it'll get bigger. It'll get easier and harder. Full body workout. Wow. Something special about that. The best workout is the one you can stick to. And believe it or not, even going this light and with stuff still is a challenge. All right. It's been over a year and I still miss my little girl. She was a good little girl. Cat. She was a good little cat. Okay, I think we're done here with everything, like I said. Drink a little bit more water. until we have the energy to get up and shut that thing off. All right. Later it shall be.